If this video has reached you before December 12th, it is not an algorithm, it is a summons. It is the final confirmation you have been chosen. A quantum timeline is converging and locking on that date. This is not a metaphor. This is a real, measurable energetic event that esoteric traditions and quantum physicists have pointed to for decades. A closing of a cosmic gate that will permanently alter the fabric of reality for those attuned to it. This is the final call for embarkation. In the next 50 minutes, I will explain exactly what the December 12th convergence is, why you specifically were selected from billions of souls, and how to consciously walk through this final gateway without fear, without doubt, but with the quiet authority of one who is simply coming home. This is not unfounded speculation. This is a truth validated by the principles of quantum bifurcation, the theory which posits that universes, or timelines, constantly split to accommodate every possible outcome. We are now at the precipice of a grand bifurcation, a final divergence of worlds. It is echoed in the many worlds interpretation, which suggests that infinite parallel realities coexist with our own. What they failed to mention is that travel between the most divergent of these realities is not always possible. A chasm is forming. A choice, made not in a single moment, but over lifetimes of frequency refinement, is now being finalized. This is the great sorting. Foretold in ancient prophecies, the separation of wheat from chaff, described not with the language of judgment, but with the precision of physics. Vibration, frequency, resonance. I know you have felt it. The deep, cellular exhaustion from years, perhaps decades, of intense spiritual work without a clear finish line. The relentless clearing, the shadow work, the healing of ancestral lines. It has been a marathon with no visible end. You've felt the profound sense of isolation, of knowing something immense was on the horizon but having no one in your immediate reality who could confirm it, making you question your own sanity. You have carried the burden of this secret knowledge, this inner gnawing that the world as you knew it was a temporary stage, and the real show was about to begin. That feeling, that sacred loneliness, that noble exhaustion, it all ends today. The waiting is over. Your validation has arrived. If you feel the truth of this message in your core, if you know this found you for a reason, hit the like button now as an energetic yes, a signal to the universe and this community that you are here. So what is the December 12th timeline shift really? Let me break down the physics of this final call. This is not about a cataclysm or an external event that happens to you. It is the culmination of an internal one that has already happened within you. You have been preparing, consciously or not, for your entire life for this single moment of cosmic transition. Have you ever felt like you were living in a reality that just didn't quite fit anymore? Like you were wearing clothes that were a size too small? Like you were waiting for your real life to begin? That feeling is not a symptom of depression or discontent. It is a sign of energetic misalignment. Your soul's frequency has been rising, accelerating, while the collective reality around you has struggled to keep pace. You have outgrown this world. Think of these past years as a cosmic university. You were enrolled in an advanced curriculum of spiritual evolution. The seemingly random challenges, the heartbreaks, the dark nights of the soul, those were not punishments. They were your final exams. They were meticulously designed energetic tests to see if you could hold your light, your frequency, in the densest of conditions. Every time you chose compassion over judgment, forgiveness over bitterness, trust over fear, you earned your credits. You passed the course. December 12th is graduation day. It is the final assembly. It is the moment you walk across the stage, not to be handed a piece of paper, but to receive your energetic diploma, a permanent, irreversible upgrade in your operating system. You are graduating from the dense, fear-based reality into a new, heart-centered timeline of accelerated creation and profound coherence. All the work is done. The tests have been passed. The coursework is complete. All that is left is for you to accept your diploma and consciously, joyfully, walk into the new world you have worked so hard to attune to. By the end of this transmission, you will move from quiet uncertainty to absolute certainty of your role in what is to come. To understand what is happening, You must first let go of the idea of a single, solid reality. It was never true. For decades, quantum physics has whispered a truth so profound it has been shielded from the mainstream. The many worlds interpretation is not a theory. It is a description of the operating system of the cosmos. Every time a significant choice is made, not by an individual but by a critical mass of consciousness, reality doesn't change. It splits. It bifurcates. A new timeline branches off an entirely separate stream of reality, as real as the one it diverged from. Imagine a great river flowing through time. At certain points, it encounters a massive island. A portion of the water flows left and a portion flows right. For a while, they are two separate streams, but they exist in the same valley. With enough effort, you could cross from one to the other. Now, imagine those two streams diverge so completely that they flow into different oceans on opposite sides of a continent. That is what has been happening to Earth's timeline. For years, we have lived in this valley of divergence. Two primary timelines, two distinct vibrational realities, have been flowing in parallel. One timeline is based on the frequencies of fear, control, separation, and limitation. The other is based on the frequencies of love, sovereignty, connection, and infinite potential. You have been living with one foot in each stream, and the strain has been immense. This is the source of the cognitive dissonance, the feeling that the world no longer makes sense, because you have been straddling two worlds. This process is like pouring oil and water into the same vessel. For a time, they mix into a cloudy emulsion. You can't tell where one begins and the other ends. But if left to settle, the immutable laws of physics, the laws of frequency, demand they separate. The oil rises, the water sinks. They find their natural energetic levels. The cloudiness is ending. The separation is almost complete. This is what we call the December 12th convergence. It is not a day when something explosive happens to the world. It is the day the separation becomes final. It is the date the lock clicks shut. The energetic gate between these two timelines, which has been slowly swinging closed, will latch permanently. After this date, you will not be able to cross from one to the other. The two streams will have entered entirely different cosmic oceans, each governed by its own set of unbreakable energetic laws. This is the cosmic sorting mechanism reaching its conclusion, and this clarity explains everything you have been feeling. It explains the frustration. It explains why all your old methods of creation and manifestation began to fail so spectacularly over the last few years. You have been trying to build a new world, a new life, a new version of yourself, but you were doing it on the shifting sands right where the two timelines were separating. You were trying to build a castle where the very ground was splitting beneath you. Every time you tried to manifest abundance, a part of your energy was still anchored in the frequency of lack from the old timeline, neutralizing your effort. Every time you tried to build a sovereign connection, you were being pulled back by the energetic cords of codependency, still lingering from the other reality. It was a cosmic tug of war, and it was designed to exhaust you. The goal was never to win that tug of war. The goal was to force you to let go of the rope. The goal was to make it so untenable to exist in the space between that you would be forced to make a final, definitive, energetic choice. You had to choose which side of the great bifurcation you would plant your feet on when the ground solidified for good. All the struggle, all the confusion, all the feeling that you were running in place was the universe's way of asking you again and again, which reality do you choose? Your efforts were not in vain. They were a declaration. Every time you chose love over fear, sovereignty over victimhood, connection over separation, you were casting a vote. You were adding your energetic weight to the new timeline. Think back over the last 3 to 6 months. Have you felt a strange sense of acceleration? A feeling that you were being prepared for a final exam you didn't know you were studying for? That was the final sorting. That was the last call to choose your energetic home. And this brings us to the new paradigm. The most important truth I can share with you today. The work is already done. Your presence here, right now, listening to this transmission, is the undeniable proof that you made the choice. You are not here to learn how to qualify. You are here to receive the notification that you have already been accepted. The only task left is to consciously ratify the decision your soul has already made. It is time to stop looking back. It is time to stop trying to build on the dissolving shore. You must consciously pull your energy, your focus, your entire being out of the old timeline. Its dramas are no longer your dramas. Its fears are no longer your fears. Its rules no longer apply to you. You now have a new cosmic address. This is the chosen spiritual awakening, explained simply. It's not about becoming worthy. It's about recognizing you already chose the timeline where you always were. You weren't trying to get into the new world. You were creating it all along. For years, the spiritual narrative has been one of striving, of reaching, of trying to become worthy. We have collectively held the belief that there is a cosmic train departing for a higher reality, and our life's work was to scramble, to climb, to do whatever it took to get a ticket and find a seat before it left the station. We saw ourselves as passengers, hopeful and anxious, praying we had chosen the right train, the right destination. This belief, while well-intentioned, is the single greatest illusion holding humanity back. And today, that illusion shatters. Here is the central paradox, the great revelation of the December 12th Convergence. You are not a passenger trying to get on the train. You are the frequency key. The train, this new timeline, this new Earth, could not leave the station without you. It has been waiting for you. It was built around the unique, irreplaceable resonance of your consciousness. We believed we were desperately trying to get our names on the list to be chosen. The truth, the staggering and beautiful truth, is that the list was waiting for your name to be ready. Your specific frequency is not just a pass to get in, it is a cornerstone, the new reality required to fully activate and stabilize. Let that sink into the deepest level of your being. The new world was not being built for you. It was being built by you, through you. Every moment of pain, every trial, every lonely night you spent feeling different from the world around you. You were not failing a test. You were forging the key. You were calibrating the very frequency that the new timeline needed as its foundation. Do you see why this changes everything? This means you are not a recipient of grace. You are a generator of the new reality. This means you can stop striving and finally start being. This means your profound sensitivity, the empathy that sometimes felt like a crushing burden, was never a curse. It was your attunement tool. It was the high-fidelity instrument you used to perfectly calibrate your energy to match the harmonic signature of the new Earth. It means that all the striving, the pushing, the frantic doing was like a key trying to force a lock open. The moment the key is cut correctly, it doesn't need force. It simply turns, effortlessly. Your work was to become the correctly cut key. That work is now complete. The proof is that you are here, receiving this transmission. The only action required now is the cessation of all struggle. The shift is from doing to being, from effort to embodiment. Your only task between now and December 12th is to stop trying to escape the old timeline and to simply, fully and unapologetically embody the new frequency that you already are. You don't need to fight the old world's noise. You just need to turn up the volume of your own signal. You don't need to break down the old walls. You just need to remember you already exist in a reality where they have dissolved. What if all the wrong turns and setbacks of the last few years were actually the universe's way of perfectly positioning you on the chessboard for this exact moment on December 12th? What if every dead end was a course correction, every loss a necessary clearing, every moment of despair a pressure test to crystallize the diamond of your soul? You weren't lost. You were being guided with exquisite precision. This is how to prepare for a quantum event of this magnitude. You don't prepare for it. You realize you are the event. Your conscious embodied presence is the catalyst. This realization confers a new identity. It's time to let the old one go. You are no longer a spiritual seeker. A seeker is, by definition, one who has not yet found. You have found. You have arrived. You are no longer a student. You have graduated. The curriculum is complete. From this moment forward, you have a new title, a new role. You are a timeline anchor. You are a founding member of the new Earth reality. Your job is no longer to seek the light, but to be the lighthouse, to stand firm in your frequency, so steady and so bright that the architecture of the new world can continue to crystallize around you. You are the pillars upon which this new reality is built, the living conduits through which its energy flows. This is who you are now. Own it, breathe it, be it. This revelation isn't theoretical. It is not a beautiful concept to be intellectually admired. The proof is not in some distant scientific paper or an ancient text. The proof is already scattered all over your life. The universe has been leaving you energetic breadcrumbs, a trail of evidence confirming your trajectory, confirming your choice. But these signs are counterintuitive. Most have misinterpreted them as problems, as setbacks, as evidence that something was going terribly wrong. Today, we decode them correctly. I am going to reveal the 3 primary signs that you have already chosen the new timeline, that you are already well on your way to the December 12th convergence. These are not signs you need to look for. These are signs you have already been living. The first, and perhaps most disruptive sign, is what I call the Great Shedding. Look at your life over the past 1 to 2 years, especially the last 6 months. Have you witnessed relationships, friendships, even family connections suddenly dissolve with a speed that left you breathless? Did a career you spent a decade building suddenly feel hollow, foreign, and then simply end? Have hobbies and passions that once defined you turned to ash in your hands, leaving you with a strange emptiness? This was not failure. This was not you making wrong choices. This was a vibrational clearing. The people, places, and identities tied to the old, decaying timeline can no longer exist in the high-frequency reality you have been stabilizing within yourself. The friction became too great. Their frequency is incompatible with where you are going. The universe, in its infinite wisdom and compassion, did not ask you to perform the surgery. It simply removed what was no longer a match. It can feel brutal. It can feel like loss. But beneath the grief, did you not also feel a lightness, a strange, unexplainable sense of relief? That is the feeling of energetic chains falling away. That is the sound of the old world dissolving its claim on you. You were not being abandoned. You were being prepared. The second sign is an exponential increase in synchronicities and what can only be called reality glitches. You know what I mean? The clock that seems to be permanently stuck on 11:11, 3:33, 4:44 every time you look. The numbers aren't just numbers. They are confirmation codes from the new timeline's operating system, pinging your awareness to let you know the download is in progress. You think of an old friend, and they call you 2 minutes later. You have a question, and the answer appears on a billboard as you drive by. This has moved beyond charming coincidence into the realm of daily, predictable phenomena. But it goes deeper. Time itself has started to warp. Have you not felt it? Weeks that fly by in what feels like 3 days. Hours that stretch into an eternity. Moments where the world seems to stutter just for a second, like a frame dropping from a film. You hear phantom sounds. You see flickers of movement in your peripheral vision. These are not signs you are going crazy. These are rendering errors in the old matrix. The code of the new reality is beginning to overwrite the old one, and you are so finely tuned now that you can perceive the seams, the glitches, as the systems transition. You are witnessing the scaffolding of your old reality being dismantled in real time. The third sign is the most profound, the most personal, and often the most painful. It is a feeling of cosmic homesickness. It is a deep, soul-level ache of not belonging here anymore. It is a profound and unshakable sense of being an alien on your own home planet. You look at the systems of the world, the politics, the media, the mindless consumption, and you feel a complete and total energetic repulsion. It is not an intellectual disagreement. It is a cellular rejection. You feel a yearning for a home you cannot name, a peace you can barely imagine, a community of souls you know exist but have not yet found. This feeling, this deep sense of isolation, is the ultimate confirmation that you have been successful. Your soul, your core frequency, is already residing on the new timeline. It is already home. The pain you feel is simply the dissonance between your anchored soul and the last vestiges of the old world your physical body is still walking through. It is your inner guidance system screaming, "This is not our reality anymore." It is the final, undeniable proof that you have already made the jump energetically. You are just waiting for the physical world to catch up on December 12th. The Great Shedding. amplified synchronicities, cosmic homesickness. These are not problems to be solved. They are trophies to be acknowledged. They are confirmation flags lining your path, celebrating your journey. Each relationship that fell away was a weight removed. Each synchronicity was a wink from the universe. Each pang of homesickness was your soul calling you forward, assuring you that where you are going is real. You see it now, don't you? Your life's seeming chaos was actually a perfectly orchestrated symphony of alignment. You are here. You have done the work. The evidence is irrefutable. It is written into the fabric of your recent history. Now, it is time to claim it. Not with hope, but with certainty. Not with humility, but with authority. In the comments, I want you to write, "I am chosen. I am ready." Let this space become a powerful vortex of confirmation. Read the other comments. Feel the collective energy of those who are here with you at this final moment. You understand it. You've seen the evidence in your life, the breadcrumbs left by the universe. Now we move beyond knowing. We move into being. The mind can be convinced, but the body, the soul, must experience the truth to make it real. The final step is not to think your way into this new reality, but to feel it, to embody it so completely that it becomes your only state of existence. So let's walk through the gate. Let's walk through it energetically right now together, so that on the day itself it feels not like a leap, but a simple homecoming. Find a space where you can be undisturbed for the next few moments. Sit comfortably. Uncross your legs and let your hands rest gently in your lap. And when you're ready, softly close your eyes. Take a deep, slow breath in. And as you exhale, release the day. Release the tension in your shoulders, in your jaw. Take another breath, even deeper. This time, and on the exhale, release the old world. Its noise, its demands, its static. Let it all fall away. You are now in the quiet, infinite sanctuary of your own consciousness. Before you in this inner space, two doors materialize. Look to your left. The first door is heavy. It's made of cracked stone and pitted, rusted iron. It exudes a coldness, a density. You can feel a low, anxious vibration humming from it. The frequency of struggle, of limitation, of the constant effort to prove your worth. This is the door to the timeline you are leaving. The door of the past. Now turn your gaze to the right. The other door is different. It is not solid. It seems to be woven from pure, liquid, shimmering light. It pulses with a gentle, golden white luminescence radiating a palpable warmth, a profound peace. This door hums with a silent, perfect music, the frequency of sovereignty, of grace, of unconditional belonging. This is the door to your new reality. Now, in your mind's eye, I want you to turn your body fully away from the old heavy door. Turn your back on it completely. You don't need to slam it shut. You don't need to destroy it. You simply turn away. Acknowledge its role with a quiet, final gratitude. It was the resistance that made you strong. It was the pressure that revealed the diamond of your soul. Thank it for every single lesson, for every heartbreak that cracked you open to more light. And as you offer this gratitude, watch as any remaining energetic cords connecting you to that old reality begin to dissolve. See them not snapping, but gently turning to dust, to light, returning all of your power, all of your energy, back to you. Feel the lightness in your spirit, the freedom. You are untethered. Now turn your full, undivided attention to the luminous door. Step toward it. As you draw closer, you see glowing softly on its surface a date, December 12th. It's not a deadline, it's not a warning. It is an invitation, a signature of arrival, a welcome mat woven from starlight. Reach out your hand. In your mind's eye, reach out and place your palm on the surface of this door of light. Feel it. Feel the vibration that meets your touch. It's not foreign. It's not new. It is the most familiar feeling in the universe. It is the exact frequency of your own soul, the perfect hum of your highest self, the resonance of your heart when it is completely at peace. This is the feeling of coming home. The door needs no key. It requires no force. Your resonance is the only thing that was ever required to open it. Now, gently, push. The door glides open without a sound, revealing not a room, but an infinite expanse of brilliant, warm, intelligent light. Take a breath and step through. Step through the gate now. Feel the wave of light wash over you, through you. It's not blinding. It is illuminating. It flows into every cell of your body, into the spaces between the cells. This light is consciousness. It is love, and it is rewriting your entire being. Feel it dissolving the last remnants of fear. Feel it healing the old wounds of separation. Feel it activating the dormant strands of your DNA, the latent blueprints of your divine human potential. This is not a concept. It is a physical sensation. A feeling of profound relief washes through you. The feeling of a weight you have carried for lifetimes simply vanishing. The struggle is over. You have arrived. Breathe it in. This new air, this new light. This is your native frequency. This is your home. Stay here for a moment. Just be, holding this feeling, this undeniable, cellular knowing. Slowly, gently, begin to bring your awareness back to the physical space you are in. Feel the chair beneath you. Hear the subtle sounds of your environment. But do not let go of the light within you. That is real. That is permanent. You have crossed the threshold. The memory of this arrival is now stored not just in your mind, but in every molecule of your body. When you are ready, and only when you are ready, you may open your eyes. Welcome back. As you step through that portal in your mind's eye, what is the one feeling that confirms you have arrived? Is it peace? Relief? Power? Go to the comments now and share that feeling in a single word. Let that word be your anchor in this new reality. You have walked through the gate. You are no longer a candidate. You are no longer a seeker hoping for a result. You are an anchor for this new timeline, a new Earth emissary. This is your new identity, and it comes with a new function. Your presence here, holding this new frequency, is a vital service to the collective transition. This is your operating manual from now until December 12th and beyond. These are not tasks to complete your entry. They are the practices of one who has already arrived. Here's how to prepare for a quantum event in these final days. You don't. You simply integrate your new state of being. Your first practice is the frequency anchor. It is simple. It is non-negotiable. It is the energetic hygiene of the new paradigm. Every single day, preferably upon waking, you will gift yourself 5 minutes. No more is needed. You will close your eyes, take one deep breath, and immediately recall the feeling you experienced when you stepped through that luminous door in our meditation. That feeling of peace, of relief, of homecoming. Do not try to recreate the vision. Just summon the feeling. Let that specific emotional resonance fill your chest, your heart center, and then consciously broadcast it outward, like a silent, powerful signal from a lighthouse. This practice does two things. First, it powerfully stabilizes your own energetic field, reinforcing your position on the new timeline. It reminds every cell in your body of its new home address. Second, it creates a point of coherence in the collective field. You become a stable harmonic that others consciously are not tuned to. You are literally holding the door open with your vibration. This is not a struggle. It is a gentle, firm, and consistent state of being. 5 minutes. That is all it takes to anchor a world. Your second tool is what I call the old timeline veto. Between now and the final lock, the echoes of the old reality will try to get your attention. They are like phantom transmissions from a decommissioned radio station. A fear-based thought about the future will appear in your mind. A text message will arrive, attempting to pull you back into an old drama. A news headline will scream for your emotional energy. In the past, you might have resisted it, fought it, or analyzed it. Now, you do something far more powerful. You simply, internally, state the command, veto, veto, not on my timeline, and then you consciously, gently withdraw your emotional energy. You do not give it the fuel of your anger, your fear, or even your judgment. You simply recognize it as an artifact from a reality you no longer inhabit, and you let it float by. This is the critical difference between resistance and disengagement. Resistance is an energetic argument with the old timeline which keeps you tethered to it. Disengagement is a sovereign declaration of your new address. You are not fighting the old world. You are simply no longer accepting its mail. Practice this with your thoughts, with your conversations, with the media you consume. Veto. It is a quiet act of immense power. It is that simple. Finally, your third tool is for navigating the blur. As these two timelines pull apart for the final time, the fabric of reality may feel thin, glitchy, or strange. You may experience moments of profound time distortion, where an hour feels like a minute, or a minute feels like an hour. You might hear things, see things in your peripheral vision, or have moments where the world around you feels slightly unreal, like a simulation that is rendering slowly. Your old programming will tell you this is a problem. It will label it as anxiety or confusion. This is a mistake. This is the sound of reality upgrading. It is the confirmation that the shift is happening. Your new practice is one of radical trust. When these moments occur, you are to smile inwardly. You are to take it as a wink from the universe, a confirmation that you are exactly where you need to be. Instead of spiraling into your mind, ground into your body. Feel your feet on the floor. Drink a glass of water. Take a deep, slow breath. These are not signs of something going wrong. They are the irrefutable proof that everything is going right. Trust the blur. It is the static between stations as you tune into the crystal clear broadcast of the new Earth. These are your tools. The frequency anchor. The old timeline veto. Navigating the blur with radical trust. What is one old timeline habit? One fear-based frequency you are committing to leave behind forever as you cross this December 12th threshold. This brings us to the final integration framework. Understand this above all else. Your work is done. The frantic energy of doing, striving, pushing, and trying is over. These final days are not for desperate last-minute action. They are for profound sacred being. Your only job now is to marinate in the new frequency you have chosen and embodied. Rest more than you think you need to. Spend time in nature. Listen to music that elevates your soul. Disconnect from anything and anyone that feels heavy, draining, or dissonant. You are in the final stages of a profound metamorphosis. A caterpillar does not run a marathon in the last moments before it becomes a butterfly. It rests. It dissolves. It becomes. You are not preparing for a new life. You are simply allowing it to fully arrive. You have received the summons. You understand the convergence. You have walked through the gate, embodied the new frequency, and received the tools to be a stable, unshakable anchor through this final transition. You have done the work. The graduation is complete. But crossing the threshold, receiving the diploma, is just the beginning. It is the entry point. The new timeline you have chosen, the reality you now inhabit, operates under a different set of energetic and physical laws. Think of it as a new operating system for reality itself. The old rules of manifestation, the old timelines for healing, the old ways of connection, they are now obsolete. They were written for a game that has just ended. When the high-frequency energy of this new timeline meets a consciousness that is fully anchored and aware like yours, abilities that once seemed like science fiction become your new normal. This is the physics of quantum embodiment. It is the postgraduate program for the architects of the new Earth. Now that you have secured your place, what if the only limit to what you can create is the one you place on yourself? The December 12th timeline lock isn't an end. It's a beginning. Subscribe and turn on all notifications because in our next video, New Earth Physics explained how reality works. After the December 12th shift, we explore what to expect on the other side. You won't want to navigate that new reality alone. In that transmission, we will decode these new laws. We will explore why your very presence rewrites the code of your environment. Then, we will take the next step and examine why in this new paradigm, manifestation is instantaneous now, and that's not a good thing, unless you have achieved total mastery of your inner state. Welcome, chosen one. Welcome to the other side of the gate. Your real journey, your greatest joy and your true purpose are just beginning.